Next, he set out to create a human being.
Oh, and this I must disclose to no one.
To no one in the world.
But that's what's in all the textbooks.
My dear, your textbooks are full of government propaganda. But do you know what isn't in the textbooks? That old Reason was a raving lunatic. That's a fact, Miss Glory, but keep it to yourself. That old eccentric actually wanted to create human beings.
But you do make human beings.
Approximately, Miss Glory. But Henry Reason meant it literally. You see, he wanted to scientifically dethrone God. For him, it was a question of nothing more than furnishing proof that God is not necessary. So he resolved to create everything just as it is in the human body, right down to the very last cell. Do you know anything about anatomy?
Well, very little.
Same here. Well, he set out to create everything just as it is in the human body, right down to the very last gland. The appendix, the tonsils, the belly button, all the superfluities. Finally, even the sexual organs.
Oh, you're right, because after all, those after all,
are not superfluous, I know. But if people were going to be produced artificially, then it was not in any way necessary.
I understand.
When we go to the factory, I'll show you what all he managed to bungle in 10 years. The thing that was supposed to be human lived for 3 whole days. What he did was dreadful. Thomas Reason didn't have a bit of taste. But inside, that thing had all the things that human had. Actually, it was amazingly detailed work. About this time, the man's son, Thomas Reason Jr., came to the island. Young Reason was a talented engineer with an ingenious mind. And when he saw what his old man was making, he said, "This is nonsense. 10 years to produce a human being? Why, if you can't do it faster than nature, then just pack it in." And he himself launched into anatomy.
Well, the books certainly tell it differently.
Sure. The books say that the old man invented the robot. Fact is, he was fine for the university, but he had no idea of production. He wanted to create real people. He didn't care if they turned out to be professors or idiots. You see? It was only Young Reason who had the idea of creating living and intelligent labor machines out of all this mess. Old Reason didn't have a bit of understanding for industry, and finally, Young Reason shut him up in some laboratory, where he could fiddle with his monumental abortions, and he himself undertook production from the standpoint of an engineer. Old Reason literally cursed him, and before he died, managed to bungle 2 more physiological monsters, until he was found dead in his laboratory one day. That's the whole story.
Well, what about the young man?
Young Reason was of a new age, Miss Glory. The age of production following the age of discovery. When he took a look at human anatomy, he saw immediately that it was too complex, and that a good engineer could simplify it. So, he performed experiments with what would lead itself to omission or simplification. In short, Miss Glory. But isn't this boring you?
On the contrary. Quite fascinating.
Well, Young Reason said to himself, a human being, that's something that feels joy, plays the piano, and does a lot of things which are, in effect, superfluous.
Oh?
Wait. Which are superfluous when one needs to weave or add. Do you play the piano?
Yes.
That's good. But a working machine must not play the piano, must not feel happiness, must not do a whole lot of other things. An engine has no need for ornaments or tassels, Miss Glory, and producing artificial people is a lot like producing engines. Production should be as simple as possible, and the product best suited for its function. What do you think? Practically speaking, what's the best kind of worker?
The best kind of worker? Well, probably one who's honest and dedicated.
No. It's the one that's the cheapest. The one with the fewest needs. You see, Young Reason did invent a worker with the fewest needs, but to do so, he had to simplify it. So, he chucked everything not directly related to work, and in doing so, virtually rejected the human being, and created the robot. Miss Glory, robots are not people. They are mechanically more perfect than we are. They have an astounding intellectual capacity, but they have no soul. She's a distinguished visitor.
Please, miss, have a seat.
Let's hear how well you speak French, Salon.
You know French?
I know 4 languages. I can write C'était pané, Monsieur, User Air, dear sir.
You're kidding. You're not a robot.
I am a robot.
You're lying. This is some PR stunt to try and impress me.
Sorry to disappoint you. Sola is a robot.
You're lying.
Marius, would you please take Sola down to the dissecting room? Miss Glory wants to watch you open her up.
Excuse me? Where?
The dissecting room. We'll slice her open and you can take a good look inside.
Are you kidding me?
Excuse me, but you suggested I was lying.
Sola, you let them cut you open?
Yes?
That doesn't frighten you?
I cannot answer that question.
God.
Marius, would you take Sola to the dissecting room?
Yes.
Would you feel sorry for her?
I cannot answer that question.
What would happen to her?
She would stop moving.
That is death, Marius. Do you fear death?
No.
So you see, Miss Glory, robots do not hold on to life. They can't. They have nothing to hold on with. No instinct, no soul. Why, grass has more will to live than they do.
Stop it, please. Send them out of the room.
Marius, Sola, you may go.
This is wrong. What you are doing is wrong.
Look out the window. What do you see?
Bricklayers.
Those are robots. All of our laborers are robots. And down below, can you see anything?
Some sort of office.
That's the accounting office. And it's
Full of office workers.
robots. All of our office staff are robots. And when we go to the factory, I'll show you the kneading trough.
What kneading trough?
The mixing vats for the batter. In each one, we mix enough batter for 1,000 robots at a time. Then come the mixing vats for brains, the mixing vats for liver. And after that, I'll show you the spinning mill.
What spinning mill?
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. 8, 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin can,